y'all. Name is Rob Gibbs. I go by the artist name ProBlak. Pro is for Black is our people. And I grew up in this area that we're standing in right now, between Lenox Street and Orchard Park Projects.
Shout out to Orchard Park.
Madison Park Technical Vocational High School. You know, I'm alumni of the King School, where it all started at for me in my artistic career. And I've been around greats my entire life, just looking up to them and not knowing I was going to meet them at a point that I'm meeting them right now.
When was that moment when you picked up a sketch and just started drawing? Like, when did you know you had that talent?
Well, after school, our grandfather, Hun, used to pick us up, and like, you know, we would do our homework. And then after we was finished with our homework, he would give us like workbooks.
Okay.
Me and my cousin, man, Terra. And we would just blaze through those real fast. So then he started giving us like pages from the comic strips, from the funnies. And we'd be doing like cryptic quotes or the what's it's, crossword puzzles. And I started like copying the comic strips because I would finish through the, you know, all the little challenges that he was giving us. And so it was kind of like a secret of mine where I knew how to copy something real well. And then it wasn't until and then, you know, coming up in this whole beginning stages of hip hop where like
we're gonna talk about hip hop. Everybody knows that I am gonna get into hip hop, but go ahead.
Oh yeah, so like in the earlier stages when our grandmother was just feeding us all this, you know, this material that was ours, you know, celebrated our culture, made sure that we were in the know with what was hip and current. Damon Butler, he goes by Ferbzilla. We've been tight since we've been 8 years old.
Shout out to you.
Yeah, you know, and so this dude, like straight up would draw images of like Ninja Turtles, the Black Bart Simpson, you know, like all this was coming out of his head. And I was like, yo, like, you did all that? And he's like, yeah. Because, you know, we'd be outside, probably get in trouble. He's grounded, but he would come out with a sketchbook full of like work. So it really was as simple as when I seen what he was doing, for me to be like, you know what, I can do that. When somebody found out what you was good at, now it was like, that was your special move. That was like, you were like the secret weapon. And it was dope because I had 2 places where I had these special things that were celebrated.
Who is in your top, I'm gonna say top 3, not top 5, because that'll take too long. So who's your top 3 favorite athletes?
Definitely gonna say Muhammad Ali.
Okay.
To piggyback on Ali, Tyson.
Okay.
Love Tyson.
Okay.
Like, I understand, dude. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So, Muhammad Ali, Mike Tyson, and oh man, I'm sorry to keep it like Allen Iverson. Man.
Allen Iverson. Okay.
AI,
Allen Iverson. Okay. So my top 3 is Michael Jordan, Clyde Drexler, and Allen Iverson. Is your favorite backyard barbecue song?
Ooh, wow. It was there's so many.
I know, that's why I love this question.
Many. So I'ma say, because it reminds me of the summer, and there was really no lyrics, but it would be Roy Ayers' Sunshine.
Oh, that's a good one.
Because it was long, and it just reminded me of like what it felt like.
Okay.
I could feel that.
Huge hip hop head, and so everybody knows I'm gonna do this.
Okay.
Nas. And I'm gonna keep doing this. Nas.
We're gonna speak it into fruition.
Nas.
Nas said, you hear
I love
this?
you. I know you don't know me, but I love you. So I had to just do a little pause. Everybody knows I'm getting shameless at this point. I'm gonna shoot my shot whenever I have a chance. Anyways, ladies, listen. I know that you're jealous that I get to like interview all these handsome men. So my advice to you would be, come on now. My advice, ladies, get your own talk show and then you can meet all these handsome men. That's it. You draw what hip hop artist inspires you. Because graffiti artists is hip hop driven.
Oh yeah. So I'm gonna go with the late great Jay Dilla.
Okay.
Dilla does everything from rhyme to produce and gets busy. So I can go a whole month with just listening to his music. And I think what's amazing is that I was listening to him not knowing I was listening to him.
Okay.
And then when you put it all together, I'm like, makes absolute sense. Since you mentioned Nas, Nas is a whole different conversation, and it's a connection between my little brother and myself. You know what I mean? Like, I really love listening to that brother because he's our voice.
I've been into groups lately.
Yeah.
I've been into groups. I've been listening to a lot of Souls of Mischief.
Hey.
I've been listening to a lot of reggae, a lot of Buju. But I'm gonna go with D Nice because I think D Nice gets he's a very underrated. But he's not my top 3. He's just someone I'm feeling right now listening to.
Favorites have readjusted because now I can understand.
Okay.
Old Dirty Bastard versus back then. I'm like
what's going on with?
No, I just don't. I was wilding out with him.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, I get where he was going.
Right.
To be that individual where like it was his soul. You get
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
But my favorites out of the Wu-Tang is definitely, and he's definitely in my top 5. And I put them, they seem like the same person to me, but Raekwon and Ghostface up in my top 5, but they're all in my top 5 as the same person. Okay, so now we talked about you being a part of, you're one of the co-founders of Arts for Humanity. So now what inspired you to start Arts for Humanity?
Well, what started Artists for Humanity was just our curiosity and just traveling that venture and being creative at our middle school. And just in Boston in general, there was no art in the schools. And, you know, there was an artist that came to the King School by the name of Susan Rogerson. We thought we were getting out of class, but we was actually staying after school to help out with a project that turned us into the organization we are right now. It started out very small. There was 6 of us in a studio that was about as small as a 2-car garage. And then we moved from there to the 4 Point, where like we're sitting at 10,000 square feet. 300 kids a year we're servicing and hiring to just be a part of that creative experience.
Okay.
Just giving them the keys to self-sufficiency.
Interviewing you, but it's like a conversation.
Yeah.
So I always want to say, is there something about me that you want to know?
Yeah, what don't you do? Because I've seen you do everything. Like, from the time you was talking about the Roxbury Film Festival.
Yep, shout out to Roxbury Film Festival, Lisa and Allison.
Hey, on down to just picking up an instrument or grabbing the mic and just, you went from emceeing to actually, you know what I mean, being a part of the whole performance, and I'm blown. I'm like, this sister does everything.
Because you can create yourself over and 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 over again. So I went from, because I'm an author, I published 9 books. I'm going to have 10 out like this next month. And so then I write music, I sing, I do poetry, I do the show, and so then it started evolving. What don't I do is stay uninspired. That's what I don't do.
Gotcha.
I always stay inspired, right? Because I know I am here. So that's what I don't do. I don't ever try to get bored. If you ever see me bored, it's because probably I'm around someone I don't like, or standing in front of 431 Melnia Cass Boulevard, and this is where you have your new mural. Why can't I ever say this? What is it? A mural?
A mural, yeah. But you said
Okay.
Melnia instead of Melina.
Okay.
That's how Black
Melnia.
Melnia.
Yeah, we said
Melina Cass.
Melina. It's not Melina. It's Melnia. But that's how you know a real Roxbury person, because we don't say it right.
Nah.
Got it? Good. Nubian Square.
Oh, wow.
If you know, you know. Melina.
Melina.
What's about the new mural?
The new mural that's around the corner
Yes.
is called A Roxbury Love Story.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And shout out to my brothers who did Roxbury Love over in Warren Garden. 12th Baptist Church was here.
Yeah.
And apparently this is where Martin Luther King and Coretta Scott King had met up to kind of, you know, congregate and participate in church activities. We had an interesting opportunity to use the space in a way where, you know, we want to get some historical context, but like with Kai and the family at Black Market.
Shout out to Kai. Shout out to Black Market.
Africa.
Yes.
Chris. Yeah, it was just a beautiful way that we can like sit back, listen to our older brothers and sisters, just kind of put in our heads what type of stories that we should echo in the community, and just give that, like, you know, put that love back in there. We want to bring this back home.
Right.
And I think between the wall that was like visually separate, there was a hero to that piece with the phone that Martin's holding and that Coretta's holding. And it was said that, like, you know, that's how they first linked up. He loved the sound of her voice, and he heard her over the phone and was
so
like, yo,
romantic.
So romantic. That's why it's called a Roxbury love story. When you're going down the block or you're walking towards, you know, Dudley.
It's Nubian Square.
Right?
It's still, listen, Dudley.
So when you're walking down that way, you can like, you can see something that you would have seen in but something that you would enjoy out of state. We're just taking the time to like take care of the threshold and the welcome to Roxbury.
Thank you, because one day this is going to be legendary, because we're two Roxbury kids. One day this interview is going to be something, so you guys better remember this interview, lock it in, or however, whatever's going to happen in the future of technology, type it in somewhere, I don't know. But anyways, but thank you for coming on. No, thank you for watching the show, and if you like my content, please sure to like, share, and subscribe to my channel so I can keep bringing you all these lovely artists. And yeah, so you all know, stay tuned. I'm going to have a collage for you. Keep tuning in, and have a great day.
Peace. The bench, and used to look like I did a painting of it. You know what I mean? This shit is crazy, yo. There used to be a pool in this area right here, like you know, where all the water was collected at. And we used to come across the street and play. You know, 18 Trotter Court. That's all these joints, man. All right, cheers to everybody. You know, we over there. So we was in between, you know. This is where we was at though. Every sport that ever happened, whatever season it went down, we was playing right here in the middle.